We see her pictures everywhere, but what's it really like to be a Victoria's Secret angel? Australian supermodel Miranda Kerr is here to tell us exactly that and how she manages it all so fabulously as a wife, mother, author, and founder of Cora Organics. We also have Rebecca Adams, the associate editor of HuffPost Style, with us. Welcome, Rebecca. Welcome, Miranda.
And what about Frankie?
And Frankie, of course.
This is Frankie.
Frankie, our guest of honor. No, we're so pleased to have you with us.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having us, right, Frankie?
And there's so much to discuss, including the bras that are sitting here.
Victoria's Secret Fabulous collection.
So it's called Fabulous.
It's called Fabulous.
What's
and
it all
it's all
about?
about living a fabulous life. And I brought Frankie on because she was part of the commercial. And the commercial, and it was really funny because there's like a little part where like it pretends like Frankie's talking. And they put like this, I am fabulous or something.
So the commercial, but also she was on the cover of Italian Vogue.
She was on the cover of Italian Vogue with me, yes. And so Frankie's, you know, she's quite a star.
She's following in your footsteps.
Quite fabulous, Frankie. God love her. Posing for the camera.
I love it. And Frankie is actually comforting for me because I am probably now the envy of all men all over the world. At least that's the running joke in the newsroom. But the bras, aside from being very fashionable, they are also very comfortable, correct?
They are very comfortable. And they come in the push-up. They also come in the multi-way, which means that it can convert 7 different ways.
I have no idea what multi-way means.
Multi-way means you can be worn as a strapless, it can be worn as a crossback, it can be worn as a halter.
So that all depends on the dress.
It all depends on the dress.
Right.
So as you would know, summer's coming up and it's the perfect time to get a new bra, and they've got great, beautiful colors at Victoria's Secret.
So the bras are probably, I mean, women I would imagine are gonna love it because they're stylish, they're comfortable, you can wear them in multi-angles, but then there's also the question about the man and how, you know.
If he'll find it sexy.
Yes, well, and also if they can easily do the, you know, the...
Undo the back?
Right, I mean, you know, that's what men care about, isn't it?
I don't know, why don't you just try it for yourself?
I don't know,
here,
I'm not as good as I
now.
probably, well, no,
Come on.
this is pressure. Well, I feel like...
Can you do it with one hand or
I could if it was on the back.
If it was on my back, is that what you're saying? You want me to put
I'm not insinuating that.
You're saying
I'm just saying, no, I think you need it to be stretched.
It's easy,
right?
look at this.
Fantastic.
Like
and she just
like that.
showed me up, as she would.
Okay, I'm a woman, we know how to do these things, right?
I'm learning.
Naturally.
Right, Rebecca?
Right.
Yeah.
So, as you know,
Yes.
you are the poster girl for What is Sexy.
That's...
Is that an awkward way of putting it?
That's flattering.
No, but it's true. I mean, you know, people look to you and they think, well, that's what sexy is. Or you know, she's a supermodel, she's a Victoria's Secret supermodel, I want to look like her.
Do you know what sexy is?
No.
Sexy is being comfortable in your own skin and being authentic and not trying to be anything but yourself.
That's a really simple and probably profound way of putting it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have
Look
you
at Frankie, she's comfortable in her skin.
She's probably sexier than I'll ever be. But I mean, is that something?
No, it's to be honest, like I've met so many different women and men, shapes and sizes, and what's really appealing to me and what's really sexy is when someone obviously, you know, is in touch with themselves and they have a great heart that shines through, and then also when they're authentic to themselves and they, you know, appreciate what they know, like, are their best qualities, and they don't try and be anything else. So that's where, sorry, I keep turning my back to you, Rebecca.
I know, it's not the ideal
taking
setup.
over, you're taking over, aren't you?
But I mean, Rebecca, do you relate to that? I mean, you know, there's so many people who want to know what sexy is, and she really put it really simply.
I mean, I think that when you work in the fashion world, sexy seems like such a destination. And I think it's getting out of that mindset and just learning to be comfortable.
And not trying to be a certain thing, just embracing who you are and having fun with that, right?
Yeah, no,
because,
exactly.
You know, I personally love your hair color. And so I've always had a thing for
Thank you.
your beautiful color. How good was Brave, that movie though, by the way?
Oh, fantastic. It was an ode to redheads.
Yeah, totally. And very sexy.
Sexy because they're comfortable in their own skin.
Exactly.
As you put it. Well, you've done everything, to be frank. I mean, I was familiar, obviously, with your work, but I did some reading, and it's just incredible, the amount of work you've done, and you've been doing this for, you know, since you were 14.
Yes.
Correct? Mm-hmm. What do you think about getting into modeling at such a young age? It's like this conversation we always hear about. It's hard, for example, as a 13-year-old to be sexy.
Yeah, but that's not what I was being. When I was 13, 14, I was doing Dolly magazine, which is a young magazine for women, for young girls, actually. And so you do things that are relatable to the market, obviously, that you're in. And for me, it was important to finish my education, and I finished my my high school education, and then I went on to study nutrition. So modelling was not my priority really until I finished my education. Yeah.
And you got into it by winning a competition, or
yeah,
was
a friend entered me into a competition.
It's incredible.
Yeah, and here I am today.
That's incredible, really.
17 years later.
17 years?
Yeah.
I wasn't going to say that, but no, I mean, it's incredible the amount of stuff you've gotten to do. Is there anything that stands out? I mean, achieving, as far as I understand, you know, Victoria's Secret, isn't that the be-all, end-all, or? Yeah,
being a Victoria's Secret angel definitely made such a positive impact in my life in a way that I got to travel, and we really do get treated like angels, and we fly around and we wear such beautiful underwear, and they're like family to me now, the whole Victoria's Secret team. So it's a great company to work with.
Is there anything in particular, I know you've done so many different things. Is there anything that stood out? Obviously you're doing this now, but throughout your career, any moments?
Well, there's been a lot of wonderful moments, and I try to enjoy every day, like I'm enjoying this interview with you. But for me, launching my own skincare line, Cora Organics, was really something exciting for me, something that I'm really proud of. And also my book, Treasure Yourself.
I mean, you have a book, you have your own skincare line, you're a Victoria's Secret angel. I mean, it seems you're...
And most importantly, I'm a mum.
You're a mum, exactly.
And a wife.
But it's so true. Mom's probably watching. I'm sure there's some watching thinking, well, how does she do it all? I mean, how do you
know how I do it all? It's called planning. And to be honest, I've got my year planned out, and I make sure that I have chunks of time off with my son, and I'm fortunate with my job that I'm able to have that time off with my son, and then I know that I'm working certain periods, and then I'll be having more time off. And so, for mums at home, I'd say when you are with your child, like I feel it's really important to really be with them, like turn the phone off and just be with them and connect with them and just love them. I mean, they're so much fun. Kids, they are a lot of hard work, but you can have so much fun. And for me, like, one of my favourite things to do is just turn the music on with my son and dance around. Or another favourite thing to do is just be out in our garden in LA and just like investigate, and he'll be like, oh, Mummy, what's this? And I'll say, oh, that's moss, or oh, that's a butterfly.
And it's so exciting. I mean, I have a niece, I don't have kids, but even just spending time with my niece, it kind of also reminds you of what's important and how to be yourself.
And just be present. And that's what I love about being a mum, is just nurturing that space for a little individual to grow.
Well, there's something else that you've accomplished that I think not many people, at least I think this is the first time for Australian Vogue. I mean, you are a mom, but even before you were a mom, you were modeling while pregnant.
Yeah.
I mean, is that different than modeling? Obviously, it must be, but what's the biggest difference?
Well, it was fun. I mean, I walked the runway for Balenciaga when I was pregnant as well, like right before I gave birth.
I didn't realize that.
Like 2 months, and then I shot this as well around the similar time. So it was really kind of fun, and I loved being pregnant. I can't say the same thing about childbirth, but
of course.
That was really challenging, but being pregnant was amazing. And I did have some morning sickness in the beginning, but by the end of it, I loved it.
Did you ever think, I mean, with so much attention focused on size in the modeling industry, and this ongoing debate about how skinny is too skinny, even this year in January.
It's just so silly, because at the end of the day, it's like every body is different.
Right.
So depending on your body shape and size, what's most important is not counting calories, but filling your body with nutrients and making sure that you're eating healthy and being kind to yourself. That's more important than what your shape or size is. And a lot of these girls, they might be naturally thin, and they might be young girls, like 14-year-old girls, like I just believe in filling your body with nutrients and eating healthy.
Right, certainly. And Rebecca, when it comes to the modeling industry, there is this notion that there's a lot of unhealthy practices and it's so hectic. I mean, do girls bring that up a lot when they ask you about this?
Oh, all the time. I think body image and weight is such a hot topic right now in the fashion industry, with Vogue's health initiative, trying to keep models of a certain age and a healthy body weight. And I think, especially when you bring up motherhood, you compound that with the fact that models are just getting back on the runway just after giving birth, 8 weeks after, I think it was Alessandra Ambrosio.
Yeah.
I mean, do you feel that kind of pressure to get back just after giving birth?
To be honest, I was just embracing the moment, and I wasn't feeling like I had to get back out there. I was like, you know what, if it can work and I'll do it, I'll do it. Like I did that one show for Balenciaga, and I just flew in, did the show literally, and had my son in Orlando with me. We saw some family in Paris while we were there, and it was a great opportunity actually, and it worked for us as a family. But I didn't feel the pressure to get back out there. And I think that's because I have so many other things that I'm passionate about. It's not the be-all and end-all to be a model.
That's great.
Yeah.
And when we talk about the be-all, end-all, and we're talking about diet, exercise, the things that models have to be aware of, so many people sent us questions about these issues. We want to get to one of them. This is actually from Savannah Silva in Missouri. Let's play this question.
Hi Miranda, I have just a couple of questions. With spring break and summer around the corner, girls are trying to get bikini ready, and I'm curious to know, what are your diet and exercise secrets? Also, what is your advice on how to lose weight and maintain it healthily?
So sweet. Her name is Savannah?
Savannah.
Hi Savannah. I'd just like to say that it's honestly about finding what works for you and your individual body type. It's not about following one specific thing, although I tend to apply the rule of 80% healthy, 20% indulgent, and that really works for me. So you don't deprive yourself of anything, you say, okay, I can have it, but in moderation, and that way you don't feel like you have to have it.
So when you talk about like 20% indulgences, like, is there a particular guilty
pleasure?
So
it's like, maybe it's like, French
fries.
Maybe it is French fries, or maybe it's a little dark chocolate, but it's not the whole block. It's like a couple of squares of, chocolate, but it's not every day either. But that's not for any other reason apart from the way it makes me feel. Like, like if I eat French fries, then I'll feel like, I won't feel as energetic.
Right.
But if I have like a healthy salad with some, salmon and some sweet potato, then I'm going to be feeling like my body is nurtured, and I feel so much more energized after I eat a healthy meal. It all comes down to energy for me, and having that positive attitude towards food and not being afraid of it, I think is really important.
And it's also about how you start.
You can eat healthy and delicious.
Right.
It doesn't have to be healthy. Yeah, oh look at Frankie, she's starting to flow.
Maybe she's energetic.
Frankie eats healthy. Frankie has wheatgrass.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Kale? Any kale? Is that
Frankie has chlorella tablets.
Okay.
Which are quite good for her, and she's 7, so she's looking good for her age.
And so composed.
Oh, she's very calm.
It's incredible.
They say the dogs take after their owners, right?
Right, and so I'm taking cues from you and Frankie, but I know that you have a regimen in the morning, or I read about a regimen in the morning. We talk about feeling healthy is, depending on what you eat. What do you do in the morning?
I like to start my day when I can and where I can, like depending on where I am in the world. But if I have a choice, I like to start my day with a cold pressed organic green juice. And I feel that really sets the tone. If I can't do that, I'll have like hot water with freshly squeezed lemon, and then I'll eat like some oatmeal, or I'll have some eggs, some poached eggs with avocado and like spinach with garlic.
Is meditation part of the process, or is that maybe just a routine?
Yeah, I like to meditate.
I don't know how.
And I also like to pray.
How do you, well, I'm learning how to pray, to be honest, every day. But how do you meditate?
Being grateful is just something that's a really important quality, I think. Gratefulness, like gratitude for everything that you have, and no matter who you are, or no matter, what position you're in, there's always something to be grateful for, and there's always, challenges that you also might have on a daily basis, no matter who you are. We're all human, we all have challenges, and we all have good days, and we all have challenging days, and so it's just about being grateful for what you have and who you are. And
it really helps you how you feel, and then it also maybe helps you, as you said, how you look, if you feel good and if you feel grateful.
Yeah,
Totally makes sense. So we see you wearing lingerie when you're a Victoria's, secret angel. You're walking around, and it looks good, in my opinion. This is my humble opinion. Curvy is in and is good, at least to me. It looks good. Do you wear it at home, though? Do you wear lingerie at home? Does Orlando buy you lingerie?
Well, Orlando likes my selection of lingerie, thanks to Victoria's Secret.
Yes.
And I'm often, when I'm at home, I'm literally in my robe.
Right.
I mean, obviously underwear, my robe, and no shoes, because I like to be barefoot at home.
Keep it simple.
Just keep it simple, no hair and no makeup.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Always.
Always.
Amazing.
Yeah, you come to my house and I'll be in my robe. Any of these guys here, they know.
Yeah, they're all giggling, by the way. It's
Yeah,
worth
they're all
mentioning.
giggling.
They know that. That's how you know it's true. So, do you guys get to spend a lot of time then? I mean, you spoke about it a little bit, but you're a superstar model. He's a superstar actor. I mean, do you
Spend
get
time where?
together
As
with
a family?
Your,
Yeah, we have family baths. We go like hiking together. It's important
Yeah.
to make time for each other.
Right. All right.
Any relationship. And to also like switch off from work mode when you come home. It's important for, you know, for my son, it's important for my husband, that when I walk in that door, it's like, okay, I'm not on anymore. I'm just being, you know, tapping more into my feminine side and not into my
Work.
making decisions mode of work and whatnot. Yeah.
You know, my mom's going to be very pleased with this interview because you're saying a lot of things. You're teaching me so much.
Oh, good.
Really, though.
Frankie's saying a lot too. Right, Frankie? You got some tips out there for our readers?
No tips for us. So speaking of beauty, tell us a little bit more about your line, I think Cora Organics.
Yes.
Because a lot of people are wondering how you maintain your skin and your flawless look.
Well, definitely Cora Organics is the secret to my skin, and I've been, okay, so this is a story. I've been drinking noni juice since I was 11, I guess, 11 or 12. And noni juice is a key ingredient in my skincare line, Cora Organics, and it's an ingredient that really revitalizes the skin and rejuvenates the skin. And that's what I love so much about my products, is that they really deliver results, and they're certified organic. And I put, you know, so much time and effort into making these products, into making the products that I wanted and I needed and that I wasn't able to find on the market. So I have them, all 21 products for the face and body, available at coraorganics.com.
Fantastic. And so you said face and body, but there's also the hair, and you know, we have a question from Sandra Berry specifically about the hair. Sandra, we'll play your clip.
Miranda, your hair always looks amazing, especially when it's in those retro waves. How do you keep it looking so nice? What hair products do you use?
Ooh. Well, for me, do you know what I think is really great for the hair?
I think I know what you're going to say.
What?
Coconut oil?
Well, yeah, coconut oil is something that I love, but head massage.
Interesting.
Having a head massage is a great way to stimulate the scalp and keep your hair feeling like
alive almost.
Alive.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm a big lover of massage.
Is that what is Orlando on
Orlando
TV?
is really good at massaging my feet. He loves it.
Amazing. And your hair, I would imagine.
And my hair, yeah. He'll definitely rub my hair. I mean, you know, I'm not going to go there.
Okay, I won't force it. I won't force it. So I think I was going to say that, you know, we can talk about so many different things about your products and everything, but you also just recently got back from LA. And there was the Oscars.
Yes.
I mean, you were there. You were at some of the parties. What was it like?
Well, you know, it's that time of year when everyone's in town, so it's good to all get together, like to see everyone, because everyone's kind of under the same roof.
Yeah.
And it's also a fun time to have a dance. Like Orlando and I had such a great time dancing, and it's great because we both love to dance. It's not just me on the dance floor, it's not just him on the dance floor. It's like we like to dance together, and it's actually something we like to do at home, is put on the music and just dance and be silly. And it's a good exercise tip for mums and families to just have fun and like be joyful. I'm starting this movement. It's called Jump for Joy.
Jump for Joy.
Yeah, so if anyone is like in a bad mood in our household or around me, I say, come on, let's jump for joy. So we jump for joy, literally jump.
Just keep jumping, almost like jumping jacks.
Yeah, like that, yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, it really elevates your mood.
See, I'm telling you, my mom's literally watching this saying she needs to learn all these tips.
You just start jumping for joy.
I really need to start dressing for joy, jumping for joy, and being
wearing
grateful.
Joyful colors from Victoria's Secret, and fabulous.
Of course, and learning how to unflick them or hinge them.
I'll leave you a couple.
Please.
Yeah.
That's very kind of you.
You can practice.
Yes, I will. So we also have one more video comment I want to get to. This is from someone at stylist.com.
I'm Sammy from Stylist.com. The team here loved your Oscar look. What went into choosing your Valentino gown?
Oh, so it was a Valentino couture gown, and he sent me a couple of options, and there was a really beautiful white one that I was going to choose. So it was between the two, and then I just kind of, I guess it was up to Orlando. He was like, I like that one. He liked the black, like I mean, it was a dark green. Yeah.
It's always hard. I mean, I can't relate as much as you, Rebecca, because when I get dressed, it's literally what's the least wrinkled. But what's it like for, I mean, it's obviously a challenge for all women, right? Every morning or if they're going to a big event.
every morning is so stressful. I couldn't even imagine if I was going to the Oscars and you have like 3 dresses lined up. And
is it as frenzied as you hear? You know, the whole dressing process and choosing and how, you know, how.
Well, for me, I mean, things can be as simple or as complicated as you let them be.
My mom is literally taking notes and telling me to rewatch this back.
Do you order more than one dress for the award shows, or do you have like a just-in-case dress?
Well, I had 2 dresses. So I was either going to go for the darker one or the lighter one. And that they were both, you know, really beautiful. And I was lucky that Valentino sent me those dresses, you know, so. And they both fit really well, and I felt really lucky, and yeah, it was good. The other one, I guess the reason why I ended up going with the one that I chose in the end was that it just felt like it was flowing and effortless, easy. I just put it on and it was just flowing. It didn't feel like an effort to wear it.
Right. I mean, you had to dance, so I mean.
So I was dancing. I could easily dance in that dress.
I mean, I think effortless is probably a fitting word, not just for the dress, but you really come across, really frankly, as kind of effortless and comfortable in your own skin. People probably assume you're completely flawless, and sitting here next to you, I would probably have to vouch for that. But if there is a flaw, I mean, do you look in the mirror like everyone else, and is there something?
Yeah, everyone has challenging days and challenging circumstances that happen in their life, and no matter who you are, you can't escape that. And there's always someone better off than you, there's always someone worse off than you. It's just a matter of embracing what you have and expanding on that and being the best version of yourself.
Right.
Not being tough on yourself. Be gentle with yourself. My philosophy is be gentle with yourself, be gentle with others.
And be grateful.
And be grateful.
And be grateful. So because when I look in the mirror, I fixate often on my nose, but maybe I'm just being honest. I know I'm being honest.
Don't worry.
You're bringing out the honesty in me.
Yeah, but there's not about, it's not about that even. Like, it's not about pointing out what you do or you don't like about your body. It's more about accepting, like, okay, it's the same thing like with age. I mean, age is just something that inevitably is going to happen to all of us.
And it's beautiful.
And it's gorgeous. And look at Audrey Hepburn. She aged so gracefully. Yeah. And so, and with, you know, it's all part of life.
See, I don't get it. Why are people so afraid of? I actually aesthetically, I'm speaking strictly aesthetically, find certain wrinkles,
attractive.
Especially yeah, I really
smile
do.
lines. Yeah, I've got a few. I'm coming up to my 30th birthday.
Are you? Do you get worried about it, especially in this industry? I mean, people often talk about the fact that there's like a cutoff. Frankie doesn't.
It's a girl. Frankie's a girl.
I know.
Everyone thinks Frankie's a boy, but
so
Frankie's
adorable.
a girl. She's really cute. You know, the thing is like for me, as I said, like modeling is not the be all and end all. It's really just been a really wonderful opportunity for me to explore, you know, the world and different cultures and meet some really interesting, inspiring, creative people.
Right. And when you meet a lot of those people, I mean, I'm sounding so negative sitting here next to you. I hate this. Who wrote these questions? No, I'm kidding. Frankie, did you?
Frankie did it.
Do you think that they're... Hi, are we falling in love? No?
Frankie, what's in your nose?
So adorable. Do you think that there are impossible standards, though? You know, you hear about these, like, you know, this high, strong, it's like a high energy, the fashion industry, it's cutthroat. Are these impossible standards, are there impossible standards that women are held to, do you think?
Only if they put them on themselves.
Really?
It's only up to the individual. You cannot say that anyone is placing any standards on you. Only you are the one that are placing standards on yourself. You can't blame and point the finger. It's so easy for people to do that.
You mean like even when you compare yourself to other people?
Yeah, like that's you. That's you. Right. You're the one that's making the decision to compare yourself. Mm-hmm. No one's saying, oh, you know. And if they are, then who cares? It's really up to you at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. You're the one that needs to be comfortable in your own skin.
So, being comfortable in your own skin, being grateful, all these things, you know, seem to be a theme.
You sure you don't want to come and sit on the couch, Rebecca?
I know, Rebecca, you think you're like sanctioned off.
Rebecca,
there is space
There's space here, right next to Frankie if you wanted to.
But is there, I mean, I know that you practice or you are interested or you're part of this, a specific type of Buddhism. Is that factor into your life in a serious way?
Well, it's really more about yoga for me. Yoga, which I started like, I guess over 10 years ago. That.
So before yoga was in?
Yeah.
Now everyone talks about yoga.
Yeah, I know. I mean, just that, I mean, I like the way that it connects the mind with the body, and that's something that I really appreciate, that connection, and just, yeah, you know, taking life and being the best person you can be. But I mean, I also like to pray, so I believe in God, so.
Yeah. I hear that.
That's me.
It's a great thing. I struggle, as I'm struggling now to find the words to articulate this, but when it comes to tips that you might be able to offer me, but also our viewers, in terms of, when their cameras around. You don't think
I've given enough?
You've given a lot, but this is about when you take pictures.
Oh, pictures, okay.
Because I struggle
sometimes. I'll tell
sometimes.
you the tips for the pictures.
Yeah, do you turn? I see Paris Hilton, but I think she has it all wrong.
That was negative.
I know, so I need to be more positive. Okay. I see you, and you have it all right.
No one has it all right.
Okay.
But what I will say is, what I try and do is look at the camera as if it's my friend, or if it's some, if it's as if it's my husband, or that way you're not looking at the camera as if you're scared of it, like you're interacting with it.
Looking deeper.
You're looking through the lens. You're not looking at the lens.
So can I try and then you try?
Yeah, but which camera?
I don't know. It's very confusing today. I don't know what's happening. That one. All right. You're gonna do that one.
But I'm not. That doesn't really. Okay. Hi. Can you see me?
See, you do have a sparkle that I think, no matter how hard I work, I'll give it a shot. But
go on, have a try.
I'm trying, but I don't know if they can. I think the camera's loving you. Oh, I'm doing this one right. Okay, I'm trying. Is this working?
Okay, so now.
Smile.
No.
Who should I picture?
Someone who you really love.
Okay. I'm doing it.
You connecting with someone that you love?
I'm trying.
Are you opening your heart?
Huh?
Open your heart, be vulnerable. Vulnerability is strength.
That's a good.
That's totally working.
Rebecca, you want to give it a shot?
Vulnerability is strength.
That's sexy.
That's sexy.
That is sexy.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, we've learned so much. I'm going to ask you one last tip. Spring is around the corner, as you said. Is there anything trends-wise that I can, that we both, perhaps, Rebecca, can get into? Is there?
Color.
Color.
It's all about color, and that's with the Victoria's Secret Fabulous launch. It's all about color and embracing that color and having fun with that color, and
Do you try color a lot, Rebecca? You like color?
I do. I dabble in color.
Yeah. Your hair is a beautiful color.
It is.
Yeah, I try not to distract too much.
I might actually take a tip from you, Rebecca, and dye my hair.
You should.
Yeah. Do you think it would work?
No, I like your hair just the way you are.
Thank you.
Don't try and follow a trend.
Be me.
you.
I appreciate that.
You didn't listen to me.
I did. No, I've taken notes, and maybe the next time we meet, hopefully, I'll
Baby
be
steps.
me.
I hope so.
But thank you so much. We love it here, and we love that you brought Frankie.
Yeah, Frankie
and these beautiful
loved
bras.
being
They
here.
really are fabulous. Thank you so
Bye-bye.
much,
Bye.
Rebecca and Miranda, for joining us. We have much more, of course, coming up here. No Frankie, sadly, for those of you who want Frankie to stick around. But thanks for watching. Much more coming up here at HuffPost Live.